Hey guys, so I finished repurposing it. So this is how it looked like originally. They had a whole bunch that they were getting rid of, I think a few weeks ago. I grabbed one white one and one brown one. I said in my previous stream that what I found after I picked this up was some like nice gift wrap paper. It was a little wrinkled, but since I had florals, I thought, hey, let me see if I can do something with it. So when you look at this, you can see that it has this little, see this, I don't know what you call it, but I call these framing clips for lack of a better word. I opened this up. I had to punch it out because this is glued. Yeah, this is glued. And after I did that, I realized that I was having a little hard time framing it since there is no glass. I ended up using some masking tape over here, all these four corners. You can't really see it, but this is how it looks. So I'm quite happy with it. This one, you can see there are still some wrinkles. Whatever, not a big deal to me. Most likely, I'm going to put this right on the wall. I'm quite happy with it. I ironed it best I could, but it wasn't 100%. I didn't want to overheat it, and I figured, well, most likely I'm going to be stuck with the creases. So better than before, but not 100%. I'll live with it. This was completely repurposed. This was found from a gift wrap store. And when I saw it, I instantly fell for it. I don't like buying posters too much. One of the reasons why I don't like buying posters is I've always wanted to frame them. And you know how expensive frames are. Like frames for like the big ones, they're kind of pricey. I don't want to go out and lug the frame over, especially with cats. One thing that I've noticed with people around the area, if they have cats and they're giving away frames, they do not include the glass. Cat owners remove the glass for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just coincidentally because they're they're phobic about maybe this thing falling down, the cat's getting injured. It's one of the reasons why you do not see me want to get glass furniture. I'm afraid that in the event that, let's say, Clinton knocks something over, the glass is going to break. If we're not home, they could get seriously injured. It's just not worth it. So we have acrylic. We have an acrylic table over here. We have one glass table, but I don't foresee us getting any glass furniture simply because I'm worried about the cat. So this, because this was a bulletin board, there is no glass in it. I like it. I'm happy about it. And yeah, I don't know. Like there's this one person, I picked up the red beanbag for Oreo from them. They've given away a whole bunch of frames. I've picked up, I think, only one frame from them. I'm pretty choosy with what I pick up. I know you guys might not think that based on what I pick up, but there's a mountain of stuff I could pick up. I only pick up a few things. For this one, I definitely wasn't choosy. I had about 8 of these to pick up. My dumb butt just grabbed this one. Yeah, so I could have pulled out all of them from the dumpster and picked the best one, but I picked this one. I didn't want to take it all out because it was quite a bit of stuff in there. And yeah, I'm happy that I repurposed it. My tip from earlier was if you do like to have like nice prints around the house, go to some place like this. So this is one example over here. It's called this website, and this place used to be Papyrus. I'm a really big fan of Papyrus. However, it is kind of pricey. So for me, I was like, I never bought anything from Papyrus until they had like their 90% off sale. You know the Christmas trees that I bought for 141? That's from Papyrus. And the Christmas ornaments I bought was also from Papyrus. Hate to say it, it's one of those stores that I like to see. I like to gaze what was inside, but I didn't want to buy anything just because of the prices. So if you guys like any of these kind of fancy papers, I highly recommend, think about buying it. I know most of you guys are not divers like I am, but it's kind of nice. I think that if you get the right paper, there's nothing here that really stands out to me. Let's see. Like, well, if I had like a gift card to here, I would most likely buy. I would most likely buy the panda one. There was a panda one. Like that one's kind of cute. Made in Nepal, $6.95. I think it's pretty big too. I think it's see what the size is. Yeah, it's like 20 by 30. So this is a pretty nice size. I think the frame over here was, let's see what the frame size was. The frame size here is 16 by 20. So you can definitely cut this over to size. I'm happy with it. You know, I think that this is something really nice and it looks unique. I really like it, but I don't like paying unique prices. Some of the that's green ripple sign paper. Come on. Load. See that? Like, does that texturally look super unique? I think it looks unique. I don't know how it looked like in a frame, but that looks pretty cool. It just looks like one of the dragon looking on her dress. Like, what it kind of reminds me of. It's pretty cool. I like texture, I like unique prints, but the stuff I tend to like, they come as premium. But for diving, this is a great price. This was completely repurposed. The only thing that I paid for was the 4 little pieces of masking tape on this. Yeah, this is not professional framing for sure. If you are just doing a home use, you know what? Save yourself some time and effort, especially if it's glass. Just use like a small little piece of masking tape. No one can see it. If someone can see it through them, yeah. I always fidget around without using the masking tape, but because this isn't solid, no like weight on here, it was kind of around. So use 4 pieces of masking tape helped out. You can see the before and you can see the after display. So I do wanna, if I do wanna just use this as a bulletin board, I can. I still have the backing behind here. I punched it out. You can't see where it came out from because it's hidden in the frame. So this is still dual purpose. I don't see myself using this as a chalkboard. I want to doodle with this, so I bought a while back. I was playing around with it. I see some people like doing artwork for at Trader Joe's. It was kind of obvious, and I was like, "Oh, let me try and work on my artistic skills." Let's put it this: I am not an artist. I'm not graded. I like playing around with things. I don't take myself too seriously. So this thing, I really like it. I can't wait to hang it up. I have a few things. I also let me show you guys what this stuff is. One moment. Okay, so this was something that I found also. It came together when I was going to dive, and I was so shocked to find this. Okay, so this, look at this. It's got a flush mount. You put this against the wall, and then somehow it's screwed behind here, and it just kind of holds up. Yeah, so it can hold up to 5 pounds. Oh, really? Okay, is this better? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I can't tell if my internet is going up or down sometimes. Depending where I am, like, the internet can be absolutely shoddy. Sometimes it's not. So, where am I? Yeah, so anyway, I got these things. They're flush mounts. And I can't wait to use this. So, it doesn't really make a hole in the wall. I'm not too worried about this stuff. See that? So you just kind of drill it in there, or you kind of push it in there. I'll see how that goes. Here's another one I can use as well. This holds up to 20 pounds. Ooh, I like this. So this one, it looks like you just kind of hook it in. So it will not damage your wall. Ultra thin nail makes tiny holes. You need a hammer. I do have a hammer, so this will work quite nicely. And yeah, this was also tossed away. I'm thinking that most likely it was tossed away because the packaging is bent. See both of these? So when I got them, they were kind of like this bent already. Yeah, because when I transport this stuff, I'm not putting heavy stuff in there. But if a lot of manufacturers, I mean a lot of retailers, if the box is damaged, if it's dented, if there's a crease like this is grounds just to remove it. They have so much clearance items, so they figure, hey, let's just do it that way. So this was originally $13.99, clearance $5.39. My price, perfectly great price, 000. I remember when I first saw this, I was thinking to myself like, oh, should I get this? But there's a lot of things that like I think about getting and I just put on the back burner because it's not a high priority stuff. Getting vases is not a high priority thing to me. Getting picture frames was not a high priority thing. I figure if I see it and I see a good piece or I see a piece that has potential, let me grab it. And that's what I did. If I see something I can use or I think it has potential, I'll grab it. For this one, I could have been a lot more choosy with the frame. I wasn't. That's why I got this little nick. Yeah, it's one of those, when you are diving, you have to be like, you can look through every single thing, but sometimes if you have so much stuff that you're sorting through, you really don't want to grab everything. I think this particular day there was a lot of stuff that I think there was a lot of flowers that I picked up that day. I'm not too sure, but I know there definitely was a sizable amount of stuff that I had to go through for that one day. I'm gonna hang this up. I know exactly where to hang it up. It's either gonna be by the door or by the bathroom. We have some white space, so if I have white space, that means it is a good place to put a frame. I'm gonna hang this up. For this one, now that hindsight is of course 2020, I wish I picked up a few more of these because it's good to have like cohesive frames around the apartment. So I kind of wish like I maybe picked up one more of this. I have the white one. I can make the white one work, but it's not going to be as nice as having two brown ones. Yeah. But we will see. I'm kind of curious if I'm going to come across another paper and then knock this thing out and put another paper in here, or if it is going to be, I'm just going to doodle on it. But yeah, it's kind of sad the amount of waste that goes on in a lot of these stores, but it is what it is. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Whenever these mass retailers, especially arts and craft places, have stuff that they're trying to sell for seasonal, after that season ends, there's like a whole smorgasbord of stuff. Yesterday, in case you guys didn't see my stream, I didn't go diving in Manhattan for I think about 2 weeks or so. I can't remember, but I went to Brooklyn instead. And Brooklyn, the selection is abysmal compared to Manhattan. I don't know, I don't know what it is, but whenever I go to Brooklyn, I tend not to find too much. Or if I do find stuff, they will really go out of their way, to make sure that this stuff is not salvageable. I do know there is also people around the area who are kind of prominent divers, and allegedly they go every single day. I'm not diving every single day, going around hitting up certain stores, but that could have been one of the reasons. That could have been one of the reasons why I'm not really finding too much stuff. I'm thinking most likely it's just because the certain locations, they absolutely suck. For some stores you'll have, like in Manhattan, right? For some stores you'll have stores that absolutely trash stuff, or their pickup times is different from Brooklyn. So let's say for some stores they might have garbage pickup at 7 a.m. Other stores they might have it at late at night, 8:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:30. Other stores, it all depends. It all depends on that own individual store. There are divers who go to certain stores in afternoon. I don't dive in the afternoon, so I will most likely never see, I will never be able to dumpster dive unless I, get my butt to Manhattan much earlier than I normally do. But it's not a big priority to me. I already know what I'm looking for, and yeah, I just focus on that. So, very, very curious to see how this looks like when I put it up on the wall. I gotta put a community post and show the before and after. But it's good to repurpose things, give things a second life, and it makes me sad. I know that all the ones that I didn't pick up, they just run straight in the landfill. Um, it sucks, but no, this isn't. Um, no, I mean, like, this is like back to class stuff. Anybody could use it. Some people, they're using it for, just making some cute little signs here, like home sweet home sign. It doesn't have to be for class board use. I know some coffee shops, they use these like liquid chalk markers. Trader Joe's uses this kind of stuff. For me, I just kind of wanted to draw with it, make a nice little sign and see how it is, and work on my little artistic skills, even though it's really not so great. Oh, and hey, Neil. And if you guys saw my stream yesterday, I'll show you this. Hold up. So if you guys, I did this one stream and I was telling people, I was showing you guys like the residential trash in New York, saying how they have clear plastic bags. And one of the things I grabbed was a shallow tin. I said, hey, I'm looking for a shallow tin because I'm always on the lookout for containers. And this is what I made. Ta-da! So you guys are going to see this in my stream. Oh, you're going to see this in Lewis's stream. If you look on his table, you're going to see this off on the side. Yeah, so this was, I think, this one you might have seen my reach stream. I said I had no idea what to do with this like giant, I forgot what this flower is called, but this giant orange flower that's like smacks me right in the face. Someone had told me to like dry flower heads and make poopery or potpourri with it. I didn't. I found that I only had 5, and I was thinking like, oh, I don't know about that. So even though I kind of wish I had 6, so let me see it. Oh, here's one. One fell down. So I wanted to make it kind of, how would I say, like symmetrical. So you see how it's like 1, 2, 3. There should be one right here, or so I was hoping to have one right there. I'm one short, so I just put this white flower for. I don't have any other flower. Like, I really have to make do with what I have. So you can say I have like 1, 2, 3 over here, and then 1 over here, and hopefully no one really catches that I'm missing one flower. But you guys all know, and I definitely know. Yeah. So my shallow pen. This is what I do with the cut flower heads. A lot of stores, they'll just damage the flower heads out. They'll cut them off or they'll pull them off. You guys can see over here. I don't know if they're intentionally pulling it off or it's just falling off. I have no idea. But I know I don't see the stem, so maybe it is falling off the stems, and instead of kind of finding where this reattaches to, this reattaches really easily. It's quicker for them to just say, let's just throw this away. I didn't have enough volume. I didn't want to use one of my fluoroforms, so I got some packing paper, and I just kind of put this on top. So that is what I did. And I gave it a little height. It's a balancing act. I don't anticipate anybody knocking this thing over, and if they do, it's no biggie. I am hoping that as I get more and more stuff, I'm gonna change it up. So when you look at Lewis's streams and his recliner of rage, maybe you'll start seeing this one little area change up, since it's easy for me to remove it. I want to see how it looks like, just changing things up, getting a little creative with it. I'm kind of sad because I'm running out of space to put up arrangements. It's kind of limited. I questioned it. I know some people were probably thinking, Erica, like, if you had found that whole dumpster of flowers, right, would you have taken everything? I would have taken a sizable amount. I think I would have just kind of grabbed, to be honest, like as much as I could. As much as I could stuff and then bring it home and then just work with material that way. I find that it's better to have more material than less material, especially when it comes to flowers. When it comes to like colors, I try to like keep the colors kind of around the same area. So we got like oranges, red, yellows, and kind of like a white. I mean, the white shouldn't really be here, but I didn't really have another flower. I had to make do with it. I wish it was like a darker color of sorts, but the white's okay. I don't know. It's like when I look at this, I kind of see like, I think this white is too white. Or I wish it was like a darker other shade. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't work at the same time. I wouldn't know unless I had more selection. And this really is basically all the flowers, cut flower heads that I have. I use a bunch of them for the wreath that I showed you in the other stream. So yeah, as I collect more flower heads, I want to switch it out, just play around with it, become a little bit more attuned on this and see how it goes. I have a lot of joy creating these kind of small little arrangements, playing around with it. It's calming to me. I like I like playing around with the colors, the textures, learning about things. Right now I'm absolutely fixated on learning about pricing for floral arrangements. It's strange, like I know some people would say like, Erica, why are you fixated on pricing for floral? You're not going to become a florist. You have no desire to work at a floral shop. I like knowing the business side of it. I think it's important to kind of understand how do florists price your stuff. What are the strategies that they use to get people in the door? Um, do they have any tips about how to make arrangements, how to like kind of persuade people to spend more money? There's one thing that I was listening to earlier today. I didn't finish the whole thing, but they were saying something like you should always stick to your price points. Don't price your arrangements lowers because of need. Like if someone goes up to you and they say, hey, I want to work, I want to have like a beautiful arrangement, but I only want to spend, so and so amount, so a very small amount of money for a wedding. Instead of kind of devaluing your arrangements, should kind of stick to whatever profit margin that you set rather than kind of like lower your profit margins. And I think that's really something that's important. And it's one of the reasons why, like for me personally, although I respect florists a lot, although I think that they make such beautiful, beautiful work, I do not want to personally have like a professional florist arrangement, since I know, hey, it's mostly just having it's like if it's fresh flowers, it's not going to last that long. You already know that around the house, like I had to get rid of all the fresh flowers and dump them all because for whatever reason it seems like the mosquitoes were attracted to the sugar water, and fresh flower food tends to be primarily sugar. Absolutely sucks. And that's another reason why I have that UV light over there. Yeah, just to ward off the mosquitoes. Yeah. Yesterday I went out diving and I got 2 mosquito bites. I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but I went outside. I know I didn't have those bites when I left home, and I came home with 2 bites. But yeah, I really, really like floor arranging. I know I said that many, many times, but in the event that any of you guys are crafty, I would highly, highly suggest it. Play around with some floral heads. See how it is. I think you would find that it brings a lot of joy and it really brightens up a lot of the place. I don't have that kind of eye. Like if I walk into a craft store, I know exactly what I want to buy. So diving for me really works out, since I'm forced to, just kind of work with what I have. And then if it doesn't work out, then I just put it off on the side. And when I find things that kind of match, then it works out. So this was from, I think this was yesterday, 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 this was, I think last week. And then these flowers I had drying for a couple weeks. Yeah, this thing keeps falling down. I need to put I need to give some extra height to it. But, whatever, I don't really care too much. I do have flower foam. I've been kind of on the fence with it because I've been reading things about flower foam. I don't know if it's true or not. There are some people that say it has like a low amount of formaldehyde in it. if you put in the sunlight, that isn't good. It could off gas. I don't know if that's true or not. For me, I thought, okay, maybe I'm gonna just stay away from the flower foam. For this kind of stuff, like I plan to use it for quite some time. Oasis flower foam, allegedly you're supposed to use goggles and gloves when you handle that stuff. And I thought, goggles, really? To handle flower foam? It was enough that even if it isn't, even if it is completely safe, just hearing that you're allegedly supposed to use goggles, and I don't want to, play around with it too much, so I just use packing paper. I could use flower foam, but I'm just gonna, do a balancing act, and every so often just change it out. If I want to remove it, boom, just lift it out and put something new there. Yeah. I really like this one. I forgot what you call this. No, it's like a mum. Yeah, it's like a mum, and like not a spider mum, but maybe like a small little mum. I like the white versions of this, like big. I think the really big ones are called spider mums. I really think those are pretty. Yeah, I have this thing. I like hydrangeas. I like mums. Roses are nice when they're all in a bunch, but I'm kind of like one of those people. It's like I really like having those nice big roses with all the green foliage on it. The $80 arrangements, the $100 arrangements. Putting it out there. I already told Lewis about this. In the future, he doesn't need to buy me flowers. Instead of buying me flowers, I'd rather just make my own arrangement. Give me the money, or just go with me to a florist. I'll buy, or Trader Joe's. I'll buy the raw materials and play with it myself. I'll have a lot more fun making my own arrangement rather than getting it store bought, or buying it from a florist. Valentine's Day, the markup is so crazy. It really is. Yeah, I gotta water George. I need to water George. Oh my gosh, my voice is gone. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Come on, boys. Okay. Yeah. So, Jamali gift cards? No. I would not get a Jamali gift card. I'll tell you why. Because as much as I like Jamalis, I am like the worst person to, like, for instance, go shopping for, because I don't even know what to shop for myself. I cannot go. I can tell you that straight up. If I went to Jamali's, I wouldn't know exactly what vase I would get for a lot of this. I would be like, okay, let me work with this. I don't know. And then Jamali's has a no return policy. I'm kind of like a business owner's worst nightmare when it comes to buying stuff sometimes, because if I don't feel like I'm 100% concrete on things like floor arranging, I could come home and I would say, oh man, this doesn't work, I need to return it. So that causes me additional time, because I would be going to the store, right? Spending all this time in the store, figuring out what do I want. And then I go home and then I think, oh crap, this vase doesn't work, it's too big. And then I got to go back and return it. And yeah, see, it's like I spent at least 2 hours of my life not even having a purchase that I really like. I feel like I spent about 1.5 hours in Jamali's when I was live streaming with you guys. It was a beautiful store, really great stuff, but I really don't have a lot of use for a lot of that stuff for it, because it's for basically business owners or professional florists, or people who are working part-time at a floral shop. It's mass quantities of stuff. It isn't like Hobby Lobby. Okay, you got the one person who does this as a hobby, and so they only need, let's say, 100 feet of floor wire. Like, this is, some of the stuff is like, what was it, something like 600 feet of floor wire? Frick, I wouldn't even know what to do with 600 feet of floor wire. I like to play around with stuff, but I can't concretely say I'm gonna keep using it. And that's one of the reasons why I don't want to really shop at Jamali's, because whatever I buy there, it's going to be mass quantity of stuff. I don't want to just, spend the money and have, additional 590 feet of floral wire sitting around, because I only needed about 10 feet. Yeah. So, that It's a good place. A lot of the prices that I found for Jamali's, it's comparable to Amazon for certain things now. For that floral wire, the natural floral wire that I was looking at, it's you can find about the same prices on Amazon. For Crowning Glory spray, I highly recommend that. I think it's amazing. It's I think $26 on Amazon. It's almost triple the price. Double. I know it's at least double the price because the spray on at Jamali's was $9.99. I would not let's put it this way. Because I like fresh flowers and I like playing around with it even though I'm taking a break from it, I would not hesitate buying Crowning Glory spray knowing that I would have a lot of use for it. If you guys want to, make your own arrangements, buy the flowers from, let's say, Safeway, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, I would highly recommend spray it with Crowning Glory. Even if you buy like the $20 arrangement from Whole Foods, which like I said, I highly recommend buying from Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. Spray it with Crowning Glory because I have a strong feeling that they are not spraying it with any preservative spray. Crowning Glory kind of locks in the moisture, so it keeps it more hydrated, and it really does make a difference. I would not hesitate buying that spray. Again, I have so much of that spray, so I don't see myself having to use that spray for quite some time. There's no expiration date. I don't know how long it's good for. Maybe it'll last me like 5, 6, 7 years, depending on how much arrangements I have. Yeah, we will see. Yeah, it's okay that I miss their spring dumpster. I'm sad about it. I'm just a little sad about it, a little salty. A lot of the spring flowers, though, I don't think I would have a use for right now. Obviously, it's kind of fall season. Christmas is coming. Oranges, whites, dark reds, greens, sunflower, that kind of thing, pine cones, kind of out of place. Like even over here, like we have some pink flowers lying around. I'm gonna switch that out because it's kind of strange seeing some bright pink flowers next to some orangey flowers. Like it just doesn't look right. It looks out of place. Like I'm off on the season. So this guy, you have seen him before, and I'm gonna switch him out. You guys will see over here. See this guy? So these are two different types of flowers. And yeah, I got them on 2 separate locations. Actually 3 different locations because I have this little bat here too. It looks kind of strange, keeping this together. Like the bright spring pink next to the fall season. I don't know, it's just kind of strange to me. And I think most of you guys would agree, like, this is a strange combo. So this has to go. I'm going to switch it out. I'm not going to get rid of it, but I'm going to switch it out for something more fall-like, and that way it's a little bit more cohesive when he does his streams. Are the Christmas trees still up at the store? Joseph, of course they're still up. I've been preparing for that Christmas tree all year. Yeah, it's still up. I got them, what was it? I think in either January or February, right, of this year. They've been up. They were just kind of sitting there as regular trees. And now I feel like, yep, I'm getting a head start on Christmas. Yep, now having those Christmas trees out, it doesn't look out of place at all. I'm really happy about them. We'll see how I decorate them. I kind of want to stick a whole bunch of Christmas stuff on it, but I don't know what I'm going to stick on there, tinsel and things like that. Now, since I have an awareness about seasonal stuff, my goal this season is stock up on the fall stuff after fall. So when they're getting rid of all their Halloween, Thanksgiving stuff, stock up on them, stock up on pieces, same as Christmas, and that way next fall I have fall stuff already here, and then I can add to it if I want. Yeah, so after this Christmas, I'm gonna still be collecting Christmas stuff and have that on the standby for next Christmas. I don't really see the need to buy a lot of the seasonal stuff. As long as I'm 1 year ahead, I'm good. You get what I'm saying? Like if I have like a bunch of fake pumpkins here, next Thanksgiving I already have my pumpkins already ready on standby. If I see anything else, I can just add to it. Garland to the pine cone. Garland to you know what? I don't like save a garland to the pine. I don't really like garland. I have I got some garland in after Christmas and I had it up on the mantelpiece. It looks strange. Like yeah, I don't know. There's something about garland that I think is kind of heavy, so I'm not a real big fan of it. I want to keep the apartment kind of seasonally ambiguous, as strange as that sounds, most of the time. So maybe I'll have like a few pieces that look kind of, how would I say it? Like let me give you an example. So for instance, right, I have a green plant over there, and then I have like this stuff over here. So you can see on the left that's clearly Christmas like, and then in between that's kind of ambiguous, and then on the right that's Christmas like, but on the left it's like, yeah. But if I take out the left one, because I think that looks very fallish, yeah, then I can swap that out for something else. But I like having, I want to have more seasonal ambiguous stuff and then swap things up as the seasons are appropriate. So when spring comes around, this guy can come back out, but since spring is over and it's fall, this guy comes in. Yeah. I'm kind of wondering how Halloween sales are going to be this year for a lot of these places. I've heard that, you know, with the socially distant stuff, it's kind of it's some people aren't doing Halloween at all. I can understand, because when you're doing trick or treating, you would have to wait in line, right? And then you have the kids next to the parents, or you know, next to other kids. You're not doing the 6 foot thing away. So how does that work? You know, how do you give them candy? I've heard that some people say you can get a tube. You can, like, if you have a staircase of sorts, you can put a big PVC tube and then like put the candy down the tube and then have the kid on the other side go like this. I think that was a really good idea. Some people said like that's not enough because you don't know if it's contamination if someone touches the it's like, oh my gosh. So the only way I can see around it is you get a PVC tube. The person who hands out candy is wearing gloves, and there's absolutely no way the person who's distributing the candy is touching either the candy or the PVC pipe. Yeah, but yeah, it's quite a lot of it's quite a lot of stuff. So I've heard that after Halloween comes around, there's going to be a lot of Halloween candy thrown out. And I'm curious to see how it is. Very, very curious. So I already picked up like 60 pounds of gummy bears. I gave away so much gummy bears. um, and I just kind of think like, geez, if this was given out before Halloween, how's this going to be after Halloween? So I will see. You know, I hope if they do dump things out, I hope it's a lot of like Kit Kats, Snickers bar, Crunch bars. What else do I like? Snickers. Yeah, even I really like Raisinets too. Everything except candy corn, but knowing my luck, I'm gonna see a bunch of candy corn and I'm gonna cry inside. I don't want 5 pound bags of candy corn. I don't want popcorn balls. I want Crunch bars. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Tainted candy. Whatever. I've never had to deal with that at all. I've never had to deal with that. I've never worried about that kind of stuff. I think that if you are kind of paranoid about the situation that's going on, contamination, you wouldn't allow your kids to go trick-or-treating. Anybody who allows their kid to go trick-or-treating is not going to be paranoid or like hollering about like, oh, make sure that you're wearing gloves, or you don't, you keep the candy far away from you so it doesn't contaminate my kid. Oh yeah, mini packs are nerds. Those are good too. Oh gosh, yeah, that's so nostalgic. I remember, what was there? Laffy Taffy, Sweet Tarts, Sweeties. Yeah, that's good. Now I'm thinking about Halloween. Yeah, so I will let you guys know how the candy stash is in Halloween. See how it goes. Oh, and since I'm already here, let me show you guys this. So I gave a diver one of these containers. I picked up 2 yesterday. I gave a diver one of these. Whoops. Oh no. See that? So this was what I picked up at a store that starts with a G. And you can see the Best Buy was 10, 20, 20. You can see it's still sealed. See, the seal is on here. I think maybe they got lazy. Maybe someone was like, frick it, we're just going to toss it. We're not even going to take out the packaging. This thing costs $60. Isn't that crazy? I was like, what? $60? But it's nice because it has proteins, and I do need to take protein powders, so I'll see how it tastes like. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but right now I'm taking some grass-fed protein supplement of sorts. Need cat videos, will pray. Oh. I'll do a cat stream later on. I don't feel like recording the cats. I think Orioles. Oh, actually, wait a second. You're willing? Okay, hold up a second. Whoops. I gotta put stuff away. Okay, here we go. There you go. You want to see this cat? You can. He is over here. There he is. Ah, come on. One moment. You can tell I'm not a professional YouTuber because I don't have my... Okay. Okay, Oreo. There you go, Oreo. Oh, wait, maybe I should make it a little higher. Yeah, I think this is the highest I can make it. Okay, there you guys go. So you guys get to see Oreo. Oh, look at that guy. Oreo, what is that underneath here? I gotta clean that up. What is that? Okay, I need to clean that thing up. I don't know what that stain is. What is that? It's like some dirt stain of sorts. How did that even happen? Who knows? I rarely check over here. I will clean that up in a bit. Aria, what are you doing? Are you ready? Okay, he's gonna go. Come on. I think he's gonna run away now. What? Why are you crying, Oreo? Okay, Oreo, you stay there while I put things away, okay? So you guys can see Oreo, sort of. And I will put things away. Don't move, Oreo. And let's see here. No, no closet napping. You guys get Oreo looking outside stream. What are you doing, Oreo? Huh? Okay, Oreo. I gotta move things around. He enjoys a lot of weather. Oh, whoops. Sorry, Oreo. You heard me using the spray bottle, so he doesn't want to. What is this? Jeez. I have no idea what this stuff is. Oh, you know what that is? That has to be cat. Someone had to be spitting around here. Yeah, it's cat puke. I've cleaned cat puke here. Oreo, come here. Where'd you go, Oreo? Oreo, are you serious about more food? I don't know. You know, sometimes these cat pukes in the weirdest of places. I've seen the cats puke on extension cords. I've seen the cats puke on Lewis's lighting. I've seen them puke on all sorts of things. It's very strange. It's like once you find cat puke, it's like a surprise. It's like, oh, surprise, you have cleaning to do. And these cats puke quite a bit. And it's kind of something because I hear them puking and I don't know where they puke. And that's one of the reasons why I do not like the idea of having a very, very big place, because I don't know where these cats would be puking in the event that they puke somewhere. Just too much places to puke. Too much. But glad to know that they're puking over there rather than on cords, because there's a whole bunch of cords around here. Yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. I need to clean up. I need to hang one of those frames on the wall. And yeah, hope you guys take care. I think, oh, and then I think I might do a stream maybe later today or maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. And yeah, see ya.